Hey everybody, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Got a package in the mail. It's a 2-pack. This is I hope I say it right, Brison Pest Repeller, Ultrasonic Pest Repeller, a 2-pack. So I've moved to a quieter location to finish this. It was a little bit distracting there earlier. We have 2 ultrasonic pest repellers. First glance, it reminds me of a computer mouse, one of those ergonomic computer mice. Not very big. Small. Nice looking. Oh, there's a button on the side. I'm going to have to look and see what that does. So there's your, probably a piezo emitter. And we got another one. 2-for-1 deal. Got 2 in a pack. So let me check the instructions and see how these things work. Interesting. So these are actually, they have a wide voltage range from 90 volts to 250 volts. Although they have the US plug, they can work up to 250 volts and 50 to 60 hertz, which is cool. They say to place these 12 inches above the floor and away from any obstructions like curtains, furniture, so you wouldn't want to put it behind the couch. And also it doesn't go through walls, so you might want one per room. So if you do get these, you might want to get multiple. And what I find quite interesting is when you first use these, it says you're going to see increased insect and rodent activity in the beginning because this thing is working and starting to drive them out. So if you get these and you start to see a lot more activity, it's not that they're malfunctioning. It's because they're working and they're driving the things out of your house. That's understandable. And it says after about 3 weeks there should be no more insect or rodent activity. So, but that they can't pass through walls is a very important thing. Now, I got to try these out and see because back in the day when we had tube TVs, they bothered my ears. So, and also there's devices that are meant to drive away teenagers and birds. Funny, teenagers and birds. So I don't know if these are going to be in the same range because I can hear those and it sort of bugs me. I'm going to get one of these out and try it out. The side button is for a night light, so I'm really anxious to see how that looks too. That's really cool. So that side button is just to turn on and off the night light. As long as these are plugged in, they're working. And, well, let's go try it out in a minute here. Well, for now, the only spot I got free and available for easy video access, this is just for video purposes, is right here under the kitchen cabinets. So, let's plug this in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn off, I have a fan blowing. Let me turn it off so I can hear. There's no distraction. See if that bugs my ears or not. So let me see. Plug that in. There's your nightlight. It's just really nice looking. I'm guessing it's just a little blue LED. So you can turn that on or off as you will. I think I prefer it on because then I see that it's on and that it's there. It doesn't... It's not bugging me. So that's like right here I don't hear anything. I'm about a foot or so away. And really, it's not that, I'm not as sensitive to that as I am to those others. The others are made for people to hear. This here is not. Hardly noticeable. I am incredibly sensitive, and that does not bother me, so that's a good thing. That was my biggest concern with these, is that they would repel me from the room. But no, they're going to be okay. That was actually something I was concerned about. But I'm standing here about a foot and a half, 2 feet away from it. It's not affecting me at all, so I think this is going to be really cool. There's no way for me to prove whether the mice and the insects are gone or not, because it's something I don't really see in this house. I only see the results left behind from them. So in order to do a video like that would take months to find evidence or not of the presence of insects and rodents. One thing I want to note is they have a temperature range in Celsius here, but its temperature range is 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. So if you're going to be using this in a unheated area, just note that below freezing is out of its range. So these are more intended for your dwelling place, and they're for indoor use only. So you don't want to put them outdoors. It's an electronic device. You'll fry it. You'll wreck it if you put it out in a moist, humid environment or out of its temperature range. So just keep that in mind. They are for household use. I'm strongly considering getting a few of these and putting them all over the place. I am going to have to do a test with cats though and see how it affects them. Maybe I'll come back to that another time and pop one of these up in the room where the cats go and see what happens. But more than that, there's not much more I can say right now. Long term, we'll find out how it goes. There's a few specs on this. Besides the voltage rating, this uses between 4 and 5 watts. So being an off-grid homestead, that will not consume much power at all. 4 to 5 watts is very minimal. Of course, you're going to have a mess of them in different places to make sure you've covered all of your dwelling space. And I would think the ground floor should be sufficient. Every room in the ground floor should be good to make sure you don't have any, because that's where all your insects and all your mice come in. Make sure you don't get anything in your house. That's where I'm going to be putting them. Every room on the ground floor. The frequency range is 24 kilohertz to 84 kilohertz. And it's just above the range of human hearing. And I guess the mice and bugs, they can hear that, whereas we can't. And there's some other specs on here, but they're not essential, like the plastic material and the color and the weight. We don't need all that right now. It's pretty convenient. It does leave access to your other plug. Let me see. That's important to know. Yes, it does leave. Now when you're pulling it out, you want to make sure though you don't pull it out with your plug. But a standard little plug is still going to work. So your other outlet is still going to be available, and that's very important to me in a property where we don't have a lot of power outlets that are connected off the grid, and so that's a very important detail. Outlets are very valuable for us. Well, that's it, guys. I will put the links down below in the video description and the comments below. Go ahead and get yours today. Really cool, handy little insect and rodent repeller. Dual pack. Well, thanks for watching. This is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Another really cool product for your home. Talk to you later.